All right, so already been at Sac Gamers for a little while and haven't recorded anything. But hey, Riggs.
Hi,
Courtney. And it's panel time. Yeah. Hi, panel people. And we are back at the Sac Gamers Expo 2022. I was super excited to be back this year, and this year I was back as a guest at the con, so that was pretty awesome. John Riggs and I hanging out, we did a panel together, and had a great time, lots of great questions, and yeah, just got to go around, explore the con, see everything that everyone had to offer, and there was a pretty good selection. I was definitely on the hunt for some very specific things for the Wii U collection and the N64 collection, and you'll see a lot of footage in this video of checking out those kinds of games. Unfortunately, I only found a couple of imports for N64 for what I needed, but the Wii U stuff, man, there was lots of commons, but not a lot of stuff that I needed or wanted to pay for. There was one Devil's Third later in the video, but they wanted, I believe it was $600 on that, and I'm not willing to pay that. Now, right here, I thought it was kind of funny because they check and make sure you're bringing no weapons into the con, yet all you got to do is walk about 15 feet into the con and you could buy more. So that was pretty nice, I guess, if you want a bunch of giant foam swords and axes. But yeah, there was a lot of good variety this year. There was multiple different kinds of vendors. There was people doing food, there was people doing games, there was people doing like little souvenirs and tchotchkes and stuff like that. There was a bunch of art vendors, and all of their work is always amazing to see. But it was just a really good variety. I even saw some people doing comic books and stuff, which I haven't seen here before, so it was pretty cool to see all of that. There was also a lot of good console variants here, as you can see with these 360s, and then just random different little collectibles and stuff that I haven't seen in a long time. Like right here, this Pokedex. I remember having one of these when I was a kid, and it was an awesome thing to have. But, I mean, they have different PS3 variants, they had all kinds of different 360 variants, and later in the video you will even see a really cool NES variant that I had found. But I will say that the name of the game for this con this year was definitely variety. You could find commons and all that kind of stuff, sure, but there was a lot of good, just unique looking things and stuff that you don't normally see, or at least that I don't normally see anytime I'm out shopping or anything like that, or even really looking online. But lots of great stuff. And even right here, you could see they had some cool modded shells, some aftermarket stuff, Tiger handhelds. Again, tons of just different consoles. You can see the Wii variant in there. Lots of N64 games. The N64 games, I will say, as far as US variants, they did not have a ton of selection there, but the imports, they had some really good stuff. And like right here, we have some sealed and just nice factory wrapped Wii U games, and just a lot of good stuff. And N64s, they were everywhere at the show. I mean, there was probably a good 40 or 50 N64s for sale, and that's always cool to see because you don't often see that. Now here you can see there are a bunch of N64 commons. Again, nothing really to write home about. Lots of wrestling, lots of sports, stuff like that. There's a DK64 there, and that's always fun to see. I personally really like DK64, but I know that a lot of people don't. But if you're looking for commons, you know, very average price stuff, this particular vendor, they had some common stuff, they had some rare stuff, and kind of everything in between, but lots of complete in box, lots of like fully in their cases, everything, and displayed really nicely with all of this glass shelving and stuff, so that was pretty cool to see. Now, this was really cool. I have never seen this NES variant, but it was an NES variant that included Gyromite and Stack Up and everything in it, all in their own separate complete boxes, and dang was that thing expensive. Like, it was crazy. Got some cool, like, pewter looking statues here. Those are always fun to see, different art pieces. More common N64 games. They had a couple of like uncommon ones in there, but for the most part it was just commons. And the guest area, there's the Riggs.
Hi.
Hey, Zach.
This is the true celebrity right here.
We got a true celebrity. Hi there.
Louis Rowe, how's it going?
How you doing? And of course, I can't leave any con without checking out the museum area. Now, I did not realize until the second day of the con, all of this stuff actually belongs to the owners of the con, to Chris and Courtney, and that is really cool. Very cool collection, and I was definitely trying to convince Courtney to part way with a couple of the items in here, mainly that JVC XI, and she had a variant of the CDI, and she also had, as you can see right here, a Nuon, and of course the only reason that I wanted to get any of those was just so Gary can stop rubbing it in my face that I don't have them. Someday I will, Gary, okay? And here was some really cool like NBA Jam paraphernalia from what looks like the arcade cabinet. So probably all the different kind of stuff that you got whenever you bought an arcade cabinet from them. And then this guy, I wasn't sure if he was a vendor at first, but because he's just hanging out in the museum area, but he actually had a ton of different prototypes and all these marquees and tons of cool stuff. As you can see here, more of the older stuff. You got your Fairchild Channel F right there. You have your multi-Pong console, your 2600. I don't remember what all of these were, but there's your Odyssey 2. You got an Atari 800. You got all the different little accessories it would connect. You got your Intellivision. And, I mean, just tons and tons of cool old hardware in here. And for the most part, all of it was working and playable. So that was also really cool to see. Just all these consoles that nobody ever really has or has heard of. There's a Vectrex, definitely have one of those now, but awesome collection. When Tim Kitzrow is getting a little bored at the con, starts dancing, he's rocking out. Show us your moves, baby. Oh yeah.
Watch out now.
Mm-hmm. This fella's funky fresh. They instantly walk away.
It's the Mortal Kombat Power Strip. Ladies are welcome at the
Literally went through the other door.
All right, Gabo, what'd you get?
Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. Actually, I feel familiar with this because I'm from the tropical.
You're from the tropical?
Yeah.
Which tropical are you from?
From the Caribbean, Puerto Rico, small island.
So it's Caribbean, not Caribbean?
Whatever.
All right, so not only did I win in the raffle, I won a C64 Mini, and I don't know if you know Randy Glover here, but he did basically the majority of the games that are on here.
Hi there.
He is even going to sign it.
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
Heck
Where
yes.
would you like it signed and what color would you like?
Right on the front, and let's see, folks, let's go with, we'll just do black, like right in the white area right there.
All right.
All right,
I'll
go
see
for
what
it.
I can do for you.
The creator of Jumpman himself, my first C64 game. Oh, the penmanship.
No, I know.
Heck yes, he's had practice.
Wow.
Years in the making.
Yeah.
And here is one last little look at a few more Wii U games that I found. Here is that Devil's Third, which had an insane price on it, so I did not pick it up. I am officially packed back up. Tables are empty. John is recording and taking inventory as well.
I was so proud. I packed up everything. And then I forgot
And
about
you
the
forgot
Devil's
something.
Games. I forgot about the Sucker. Wow. Okay. All right.
You need an
We'll figure it out.
Expand-A-Case like mine was.
Yeah, well, it expands, but then that's the problem. Is it also when you get home and you open it up, it's like the fake peanut brittle with the snakes that shoot out and everything. So.